Russo's brand family. We are family.
Every time it seems like she's making me think that it's going to go further when it's really not. So when we go out, I pay for everything.
Oh,
what's up, everybody? This is your boy Trump, right here on Dudes Talk Shit, episode 3. We got a special guest. Before I introduce her, guess who's back with us this week?
Me.
You calling me a special guest? I need to put some earrings on or something.
You know, she's a special day. You know, we don't do guests on here. If you on here, you host with us. That's how we doing it. And we have what's your name again? TJ, the Chicago kid. TJ, what nickname are you today?
DJ who about to go on vacation because motherfucking tax season is over. Motherfucking right. I ain't got to do another motherfucking tax return. Next year, shit. I'm so motherfucking tired of this shit.
Oh, April 15th on them. Yeah, I got you. No,
IRS actually extended this shit today to another day because they systems went down today. So it's all right.
Crash from all the people trying to get their stuff in at one time.
Motherfuckers wait to the last minute, then come trying to press you out. Nah, nigga, you gonna have to pay a goddamn expedited fee.
Well, she's already on, and you can see her right here. I want to formally introduce joining us today is Doodlebug.
What's good, y'all? What's good, family?
See that big white mic she got?
My snowball. That's my snowball.
It sounds good though.
Yeah.
Hey Trump, when are we getting the motherfucking stations back? Let's just jump right into that conversation.
Oh, we're gonna say that. All right. Well, May 1st is a done deal. Studio opens again on May 1st. We're gonna start shows May 2nd, but there's a little issue with that. Here's the issue. There's a radio station in there now, and the radio station is supposed to move downstairs. They were supposed to move downstairs April 1st. There was an issue downstairs. Then they were supposed to move downstairs May 1st, but there's an issue still. So they're not moving down June 1st. So basically, we can't wait any longer. So the owner of the station told me that what we can do for the month of May is to kind of combine their schedule with our schedule, which means for the month of May, some of the shows are going to be in a time slot that they won't be in once we have, once it's just us in the studio. But we have to do that now because we can't push it back to June. It's been too long already. So what I'm going to talk to you about off of the show is where we're going to put you just for May and to see if it's convenient for you. But everybody's going to be back to normal as of June 1 when they officially definitely move downstairs. You hear me?
Yo, politically correct ass nigga. Hey, why is it changing and changing screens and jumping when we talk? Because I just see you and I guess I ain't gonna see me. Fuck it. Go ahead.
No, yeah, it changes the screens when whoever talk is the screen is going to change too.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving right along to the next subject.
He's on his friend's computer and is giving him a little problem. Okay.
The struggle is real sometimes.
Anyway, I wanted to tell y'all something. And the one thing I really like about Doodlebug is she's gonna tell you straight up, she's not gonna give you the typical female answer that you probably would expect and whatever. I mean, you're gonna call it 50-50. And that's what I like. All right, so I was telling before we went live, I was telling everybody I went on a date this weekend. And this was a girl I knew her for a while. So I'm 40 years old. I'm too old for a lot of shit right now. So me and her been friends. We never been intimate or none of that. And to me, I don't know what it is. But anyway, we've been going out off and on. Every time it seems like she's making me think that it's gonna go further when it's really not. So when we go out, I pay for everything.
Oh, go ahead. You bait and switch your ass. Go ahead.
Now, I don't mind paying, and I don't mind going out if it's somebody I'm steady with, or if I invited you out and we are friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, let's go to such and such and eat. If I invited you out, I don't expect you to pay. I invited you, you know.
Right.
But she invited me. So, you know, and I'm thinking we're gonna talk or whatever. I said, because I told her before, I said, look, man, I'm going out and it's good to be friends and all that, but as a man, if we go out this many times, I'm not saying I expect sex, but I expect to know that this is going to go somewhere instead of friends. Okay, I'm not in my 20s. I don't need a lot of female friends. I'm a male. I don't get my nails done and all that. I don't need female friends. So she said, yeah, I understand. Well, let's go out and let's go out such and such and let's go. She even picked a restaurant.
She got that last meal, man.
But check this out. No, ain't no last. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. Oh, I'm gonna get to the point. So anyway, the check comes. She conveniently goes to the bathroom. I knew she was coming back because she left her phone on the table.
That was a burner.
Oh, Jesus.
So anyway, so then she comes back and the check is still sitting there. I said, well, while I was in the bathroom, I had the way to split this into 2 checks. So there's yours to pay for. Oh, I don't. She looked at, oh, I don't even have, I wasn't, just a whole bunch of stuttering and shit. And I finally, I said, look, we've been going out. I don't know if you just want to go out for a free meal or what, but if we're not going steady or we're not dating on such and such, then we can go out as much as you want. Then we just splitting everything. You pay for yours, I pay for mine. That's just how it's going to be. And she was like, well, you know, I didn't know because normally when we go out, I said, well, we talked about this before. It's not like that anymore. She didn't have any money, so she says it's a bunch of bullshit. So I ended up paying for it because I'm not going to be in the back washing dishes. But she knows from this point on, there is no more me paying for everything. We're going to have for everything. We going out, and that's that. What y'all feel about that? Am I wrong?
Ladies first, because my shit's going to be a whole lot worse than what she going to say.
You ain't got to judge me, but what I would say is that you gotta be honest about your situation or whatever, as far as like where you stand. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that you let her know how you felt, because how you feel is how you feel. Good, bad, or indifferent is how you feel. Now I'm not saying that just because you feel some type of way that, you know, it's okay to just, you know, just say anything because that's how you feel or whatever. But at the same time, like, I mean, I get it. You know, if you feel like I'm going out, I'm taking this person out, and I mean, okay, answer me this one question: was she actually expressing interest? Like, did she flirt with you? Did she give you reasons to believe it was headed somewhere? Like, because it's something totally different if she's not really giving you nothing to go on. At that point, you're making a decision to try to put stock into the situation and hope it turn out in your favor. Because I feel like if she was under the impression that y'all just had that dynamic set up, then it's your job to let her know otherwise, like you did. But if she was giving you some type of like energy, like, yeah, you know, like she playing along,
right?
Then at that point, yeah.
Well, yeah, before that's why I kept going out, because I'm thinking, okay, it was times I would take a break, not go out with her. Then it was times I'd be like, okay, she would come back to the house and she would, you know, we watch movies and she put her hand on my little subtle things, like, okay, this is
put her hand where?
On my, you know, like on my chest, or you know, on my, you know,
okay, see, okay,
you know, on my knees.
I mean, you kind of cut yourself off, so I ain't, you know, I was just trying to clarify, like, exactly how far did this flirtation?
If she'd have touched my joint, then I already know, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I don't hesitate. When you touch my joint, the joint's coming out. Ain't no.
I mean, all right. I need I'm sorry, it's Thornell. Yeah. Hold on, you got a nickname?
Don't worry about it. You told me, so I got warrants and shit, and you told everybody my government name. You're gonna be kicked down in a minute.
I'm looking at the screen. I apologize. I mean, you have to put it out there publicly before I verbalize. I'm just okay. I was just saying I wanted to hear what you had to say if you don't mind. Because I'm kind of like, I have thoughts, but I feel like if I hear what you have to say, it's gonna help me a little bit.
It's not gonna help you at all, sweetheart. Unless you're trying to get to here. Listen here. I'm the old man in this conversation. And Trump, you 40 years old, you put that out there.
Yep.
All that tells me is you too goddamn old to let somebody pull some bullshit like that on you. Is this an East Coast thing?
That's her.
Is this a DMV, Baltimore, whatever the fuck thing? Because in Chicago, we see through that bullshit. Now, this is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get it established in the beginning. Before you start investing in some shit, whether you gonna get the pussy or not. Just flat out. You don't go and buy something and invest in something and you haven't done your homework and finding out whether it's gonna be something worth the investment. Now she done got how many meals out of you? Here comes slow ass. She got how many motherfucking meals? Who the fuck is calling me?
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna tell you, I am not the one to pull that on. I can see through that. So that's never been pulled on.
How many meals she get out of you?
Huh?
How many meals she get out of you?
I can't, man. Look,
be honest. How many? If you had to throw a number out, how many? Please, I need this number.
I've known this chick for 5 years.
That's a lot of eating.
But we don't go out all the time. I probably seen her. We probably go out 5-6 times a year.
That's too much.
The technicalities.
But here's the
that's you, Slam. It's somebody.
It's like literally 2 calls being attempted.
Y'all see that? I don't see that.
I don't see shit. But anyway, what I was saying was you should have found this out from the beginning. See, what I'm not about to do is I'm not about to hang out, unless somebody is completely platonic and I have zero romantic interest in them, like my children's godmothers. Unless I have zero romantic or sexual interest in them, I ain't got no business hanging out with you, watching TV with you, going to dinner with you. If I want to smash, I'm making my intentions known. And I'm going to put it out there because we grown. And whoever this is getting on my motherfucker. It ain't me. But
that's your people's. That's your people's trying to call in.
Yeah, but he should be able to just click on the link. He should be able to just
it shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what kind of feedback that is. That's crazy.
I think it was coming through to me, so I accepted him. I don't know if he in here or not. But again, you got to get that established in the beginning, homie. And you can throw test questions out there, just drop little hints and see what her response is gonna be. That way you ain't going on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dates. And then on the last date, when she invites you out and she ain't got no money. That just lets you know right there that she been hustling you the whole time.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. Let me tell you something. The unique thing about this situation was because I think I really digged her, and I'm not bragging, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a short, however you want to call it. But I get what I get. I have no problem with that. She's the only one who's been able to go this long with me and get this much out of me. So yeah, I blame myself for that.
Yeah, you blame yourself. You got played for the sucker. Look, I've heard this saying, and maybe y'all have too. If you got a sucker, you lick it for as long as you can lick it. You's a sucker. She licked it. And what was supposed to happen when she came out to that motherfucking table from the bathroom, the only thing that was supposed to be there was her part of the check.
I see.
Can you guys hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, you fine.
We see y'all.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up? First of all, happy birthday, Bryan. Happy birthday.
Hello. Thank you.
Hey.
Your shit going in and out again. You still in the dungeon trying to call in?
We're in a submarine right now, so.
I can't believe it.
Well, actually, we're in a closet for real.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
R. Kelly's trapped in the closet.
So to bring y'all up to speed, Trump was playing sugar daddy, and old girl was getting all kind of meals out of him.
Let me do this first. Hold on, because you've been going into my ass, pause, for the past 10 minutes. So I want to welcome the birthday boy, Bryan Lyles, to the show. He's
Coming live, everyone.
Coming live from Portland with the lovely lady you see next to him, the one and only Miss Sarah Gilmore, Sarah G.
And thanks for the introduction.
And also joining us, you already know the knucklehead who's been talking, TJ, the Chicago kid, and also the lovely Miss La Doodlebug.
Hello.
Oh,
hello.
I just want to clue y'all up to what we talked about. I was telling them about. Well, you go ahead, TJ. You wanted to tell.
So basically, what happened was Trump was playing sugar daddy. You know, taking this chick out. You know, fancy ass restaurants. And then he finally put it down like, look, is we doing this or not? She's like, yeah, okay. And then she hit him up to go out again. And he takes her out. And when the check comes, she dismisses herself to the bathroom. And when she come back out, he split the check. And then she claims she ain't got no money to eat. Which all that tells me is that she's been using the whole time to get full on Thursdays. She don't go to the shop during the end of the week. She call him to go out and he feeds her. So you're going to have to count, you lick your wounds, you know, count your losses, and start telling these, look, the internet is powerful. You can ask a woman up front whether you're going to get the draws or not.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, I do that.
Just ask.
I do that, but I didn't with her for some reason.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? How much time have y'all spent together where it didn't require any money?
That's a good question.
We did a couple times together, a few times together where we didn't have to go out.
That's what I'm saying. You should be able to know that you can hang out with her without any type of monetary food. I'm getting something out of this benefit. You should know that. If you don't know that, then it really should talk to somebody else.
Hey, look, I take an L on that one.
Hey, did she ever have you drop off at one?
I ever feel like you gotta do anything besides?
Let me ask this: Did she ever have you drop her off at like her cousin's house?
Never. She got her own car.
She got her own car, so she came to you, got full, and she went and gave them.
She paid her car bill. She paid for her rent, but she don't want to pay for her food.
Oh boy!
Well,
you know what?
But you were dating, right?
What you say, Brian?
You were dating, right?
No, we weren't dating. We were real close, but we weren't dating.
Y'all were eating.
Yeah. We were trying to get to that point where I was, but you know, it was a thing. You know, normally, I don't know, it was something about her, and she got me. What can I say? Fuck it, I'm man enough to admit that shit. You won't get me again.
It ain't no point in beating yourself up about it. It's just a matter of like recognizing, like you need to think about the quality part. Like I would just focus on the quality. Don't focus on, well, I'm not gonna spend no money on nobody. Focus on the quality of the relationship with anybody. It's like at the end of the day, it don't, like if you were, I
ain't spending money on nobody no more. It's half.
I'm saying like just in general, just stop thinking about the stuff that really doesn't matter. It's like you shouldn't spend what you don't want to spend at any point. But if you focus on the quality of the relationship with the person you're talking to, then all that other stuff will work itself out because you know where you stand with somebody. You know, like this. I'm looking at this person. It's like, do you fuck with me? Do you like me?
I got questions. What was you taking us?
Look, man, enough of your fucking questions.
Well, like interrogations.
I didn't know where you was taking that and what you was.
We ain't gonna get no all that.
Did you start off at Applebee's because they got a 2 for 20?
Anyway,
that 2 for 20 can do a lot, man.
Dollar margaritas.
Yeah,
that's where you fucked up.
You gotta start these bitches off cheap, man. You can't just be taking them to the motherfucking Old Hickory Smokehouse off the break and the Mortons and shit.
You act like I took it to Georgia Browns or something. Georgia Browns.
Shit. No, you can't even do. You gotta start them off with Applebee's, then go next door to like Hooters.
Elevate the PF chain.
Know in that time whether you gonna get the draws or not. But if you start them off high, then their standards is gonna be high. You're gonna have to keep meeting that. So you gotta start off cheap.
You start off high and then go low and see what their reaction is.
No, because if you
take
start
them
off
to
high,
Georgia Browns and then you take them to IHOP.
nah.
But aren't we a little older to be talking about all this game stuff? It's like if you really trying to be happy, Trump, we too old, damn it. We is too old for all of that. It's like, look, either you like me or you don't. Either you rock with me as a human being or you don't. I ain't about to sit up there and carry the one on all this math, Trump.
Carry the one minus a 7.
You should have went early. You should have sent her the picture of you in the gray sweatpants.
Look, we are done with this conversation.
Did she ask you to say to me?
I should have saved this shit for the end of the show.
Send her the picture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anyway, Bryan, happy birthday.
Oh, I'm Mr. Reasonable now. Okay.
Because this food would have went on and on and on and on and on and on. How's your birthday been? I see you up in Portland with the lovely Sarah. How's your B-Day so far?
Right now, it has been good. You know, since I'm in on the West Coast, things have extended because in the East Coast it'll end in 2 hours. So, but it's been nice. Portland is a very nice city to visit. Very green, very clean, very relaxing. It rained for pretty much most of the time that I've been here, but today, surprisingly enough, it was a nice sunny day. So I recommend people, come to visit Portland, for a hot minute. It's not a bad spot.
How was the flight?
Very white. I kid you not. I was technically the only black man on the plane.
Oh.
I was able to, due to my injury, I was able to get in and get a seat early. And the next thing I was like, people walk into the plane. I saw like 3 Latin people, 1 Middle Eastern. Oh, and that was it. Yeah, and that was it. And everything. Yeah, 1 Middle Eastern woman, and that was it. Oh, I was like, okay, I don't see any Portland Trailblazers coming in, so that's about it. Because I was the only one on the plane. So I guess even though there's black people here, let's keep in mind there are black people here.
We're all right here, by the way.
Yes. but honestly, it's like I really think black folks need to explore the country a little bit more. And if it wasn't for Sarah, living here, mind you, again, I would be like one of the same black folks that's like, why do I want to go to Portland, Oregon? Because it's like, what's there for me? And, coming out here, it's very different. It is a different setting. If anybody who lives in the DMV area, you would recognize the fact that this entire city is kind of a mixture of like Frederick, Baltimore, and Tacoma Park, Maryland. And I feel like it's a nice place to get away. The normal mundane of New York or DC or Miami living. It's somewhere where you can hide away and treat.
Talking about
living in Portland. So. But here's the key thing. Let's say this. For anybody who's really interested, Sarah knows these spots. They are the capital of strip clubs. But that is a high point given. And Sarah knows a few spots.
Let me just give everybody background first before we bring Sarah. Sarah used to be a personality on RIP Radio Network. Started out with Rob Anthony on Wide Open Radio. And now doing her thing. Big time. I've tuned in online. I've heard her show many a times, and we miss you back here. But how's it been since you left the DMV?
Well, it's been a lot different. There's certainly not as many opportunities, especially like this. It's been hard to identify with people in this city, that's for sure. And but I do like being able to get around a lot better. Oh my God, the humidity was terrible. Like it literally handicapped me. I don't miss that at all. But I do miss the nightlife too. I was telling Brian, I was like, if you're 30 and over in Portland, you don't go out, like you just stay in. And so I really miss, I really miss the nightlife in DC, DMV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Portland, to me, I thought it was more of a nightlife than, well, probably not more than around here, but at least, you know, a little more fun, you could say.
No, well, I think if it's a different kind of fun. If you like hiking and camping and doing a whole bunch of outdoorsy stuff, yeah, there's a ton to do. But like, if you like to drink and see big booties and smoke, yeah, a little bit. I like to play, but I don't like to. You know, outdoors is fun for a little bit, but it's not everything.
TJ, are you there, or did you freeze?
Nah, I'm here. My connection is fine. I got files, player.
Don't look like files. That shit look like some. They don't look like files that you got already.
No, that's your ragged shit over there.
No, my shit. My shit is good. My shit's connected. But look, I've seen, how's it with the radio station? I see you doing your thing out there, and how's the radio station coming?
It's super white, you know, it's like it's white people making a hip hop station, and you kind of just got to sit there and laugh at it and just let them do their own thing. You know, I have no control over the music they play or the content they're creating. It can be tough sometimes because it's just like, for example, we had this Kendrick Lamar promotion to promote his show. And then all of a sudden, Justin Timberlake announced his tour. And so we stopped the Kendrick promotion and went over to JT, like forgetting that Kendrick is a huge staple in hip hop. And they went straight to JT because I don't know why we would ever do that. But it's just like these white people trying to figure out Black culture and hip hop. It's just like, it's so silly. It gets so silly.
Man, any questions? You got some questions, TJ? I know you got some old effed up questions that you want to ask.
Nah, I ain't got no questions. I'm sober today, unless you want me to go and get high.
Yeah, go get high.
Nah, it's gonna take 2 minutes to kick in.
That's all right. Go get high.
I don't need to do that tonight, man, because we got women on here. You know,
go get high and come back.
I'm good. But then I want them to have that first impression of me. Now, the second time,
they already know you effed up.
Second time is gonna be different.
Go I'm getting high right now. I told you. Moscow music.
Yeah, we can tell in that little cup.
Yeah. So when are you coming back around the area, Sarah? Are you coming back around DC anytime soon?
I don't have plans to yet. Brian certainly opened that conversation up. I don't know. It's tough. It's really expensive out there. That's for sure. But I do like traveling and seeing all the people and culturally diverse. Oh my God. Out here, it's like white. It's tough. I'm so serious.
Wow.
You got, well, look, let me bring up and feel free if y'all got anything to talk about. I was getting ready to throw out the RIP radio number, calling number. Damn.
Give it until next month.
And we're not live. This is tape. This will be.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Shit. And I forgot that quick. Anybody got anything?
Actually, I was kind of wondering if you guys were going to talk about the whole Starbucks thing. So,
I was thinking that.
Doodlebug, I know you got something to say about that.
Well, yeah. For anybody who knows me, they know that, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Starbucks crazed people. I'm probably on the upper tier of craziness. I get like 6 shots in my drinks on a daily basis. You know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a little extra in these streets. So Starbucks is very near and dear to me in this whole situation. But what I pretty much said is that I wasn't gonna go there until the guys got financially compensated. And
where did you get that? I never heard that.
I'm sorry.
They paid them?
No, I'm saying that if they don't get financially compensated
Okay.
for what happened, I'm personally not gonna go there anymore, because and this is why. Honestly, a part of where I stand with it is kind of personal, but it's also just a collective effort. There's a lot of us that really won't sacrifice anything in the name of us getting ahead. Like the NFL is a very good example of that. So for me personally, I was like, honestly, racism is more financial than it is anything. And it's the truth. It's like racism was for the sole purpose of keeping a certain set of people in power, and other people are prey to that power that is existing over here. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, if they're not going to support, if Starbucks doesn't do the necessary steps to like where it counts to try to like fix this instead of just cleaning up their image, and you can tell, are you trying to clean up your image, or are you really in our best interest in trying to make us see that, your company completely supports equality, like just on every level or whatever. And so for me,
do you think them shutting down the stores was, I mean, they sacrificed money at that point, shutting down 8,000 stores. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's what one of my best friends said to me, because she was like, they've done more than a lot of people or whatever. And I'm like, well, I feel like where I'm at, I'm very neutral right now. And only because of the fact that I want to set an example. There's a lot of people, and I don't have a whole lot of followers and, like just thousands and thousands of followers, but the following that I do have, people know that Starbucks is something that I talk about on a probably daily basis. Trump can vouch for me.
That's why I asked you.
So for me, I'm like, there has to be an example of somebody like one of the reasons why Kaepernick is so iconic is because he was willing to sacrifice his career for the name of Black people being treated fairly in this country. So when I think about Starbucks, my personal stance is that I want to make sure it sits well with me, and I'm acutely aware of where they stand before I support them.
Like, are they making that sacrifice?
Like, are they truly about equality, or is this a PR move so they don't lose any money? They're very aware of our Black dollars, much like a lot of other companies are. Like, they're very aware of that. They're aware of the money that they make because of us, and they're aware of the money that they spend because of us. They're aware of the whole picture. So my biggest thing is, okay, does it sit well with me? What happened? Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's more important for me to support us than it is for people to know that I'm crazy about Starbucks and to try to, like I said, I obsess over it. Trump, just like Trump said, I talk about it every single day.
Are you, when was the last time you bought Starbucks?
Last week.
Can I get in here for a second? Can I get in here for a second?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is one of those instances where I feel like, and Trump, as much as I bullshit, I'm probably the most pro-Black person but I think this is one of those instances where we are focusing and putting our attention in the wrong direction.
Oh, how?
Hold on, I'll explain it. You have one person.
We only got a few minutes, man. I know how you are about this topic.
You have one person who called the police. I don't know if that person was fired. I don't know if that person was transferred to another store.
They left the store.
That isn't my major problem. My major problem is the response of the police. And we can stand outside of Starbucks all day and we can protest the fuck all day, but Starbucks ain't killing nobody. Starbucks ain't putting no bullets in nobody. Starbucks isn't encountering Black men in day-to-day life and beating them and shooting them in the back and just brutalizing them. Starbucks isn't an issue. Nobody is protesting outside of the police station where these officers who came in and didn't de-escalate the situation came in asked the questions, made the men stand up, who stood up non-violently, compliantly. You got white people in the store saying, what do they do? What are you doing? They didn't do anything. And we completely forgot the narrative. The issue was not because they were asked to leave the store, if they were asked to leave the store. The issue was they were arrested. And in order for the police to be able to arrest you, there has to be a law that has been broken. And nobody is holding the police accountable. Yeah, we bitching at Starbucks and they closing down all their stores on the 29th. But at the end of the day, what is up with the 6, 7, 8, 9 police officers responding to 2 men in the store who the manager isn't saying is acting violently and rude in the store? These officers came in with the intentions of doing some shit. And fortunately, the black dudes didn't act up like they would have wanted to, because it could have been worse. But I think our focus is in the wrong place. We need to be addressing the police chief in Philadelphia. We need to be addressing the police department. We need to be addressing the mayor. We need to be addressing the city council as to why Philadelphia police officers, even with the situation with Meek Mill, and they found out all these officers are corrupt and making all these false reports. We need to be addressing why there's still a culture where the police can do whatever the hell they want to the black men and women, and it's not really being addressed. So now we just go, who's the easier target? Starbucks.
Can I say something? Because everything you're saying is completely on point, but I think there's a small detail that you've missed. All of this is relative. All of it's relative, and this is why. The cops are literally controlled by legislation, just like you were talking about addressing mayors and all this other type of stuff. These people literally, there's so many people in our branches of government that are influenced financially by people who understand, instead of trying to like voice an opinion, the whole money talks and bullshit walks rule applies. There are so many people that got so much accomplished in the LBGT communities and so many different areas because they understand the financial aspect of influencing legislation to change. These cops literally are trained in a militant way, and the structure is set up to screw everybody over, but black people get the shortest end of the stick because of the foundation that we have in this country. So it's like the police as a whole is just a cancerous monster that is what it is, but it's literally backed by the very dollars that we don't put in the right places. It's literally backed because collectively we haven't achieved enough resistance towards helping them. And that's where we have to understand, because it's like I said, everything you said is right, and we have to focus on how government affects this whole situation. But we literally, it's not enough for us to talk. It's not enough for, they hurt us. It's just like this dude, this retired officer was talking to me when I was out in Baltimore, you know, not long after like they were trying to report all these riots and bullshit that was happening or whatever. It was out there. It was like such a community family situation. It was such a lie that the media was trying to, you know, put out as far as just violence and everything like that. But one of the dudes, a retired officer I talked to, he was like, they hear these protests, they hear the marches and stuff like that. They don't care. They're just trying to distract people long enough so they can keep picking your pockets. They picking everybody's pockets. They picking Trump supporters' pockets that are poor and don't know any better, but they hate niggas so much and love their Confederate flag that they're gonna be in his interest, because just solely off the strength of what they were brainwashed to. So at the end of the day, what we have to do is understand. It's just like how you know, like a black person, I go in the store or whatever, I'm about to like give, you know, somebody to piss me off some lip service, where Amy, she's gonna go and write a letter to the manager and somebody's gonna get fired in a week. It's like, it's literally the difference of what one thing versus the other that we have to do. We got to just be more like, we got to fuck with the pockets of the people that don't give a fuck about us. We have to fuck with their money.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. All this other crazy thing on social media, that ain't doing nothing. You hit them in the pockets.
We could have killed them with the NFL, but that's people's pastime. It's like, and for me, it's like, it's my pastime too. I mean, my dad had me watching the Skins all the time. Like every year, every season they come. It is what it like.
But again, we can't. What I don't want us to do, and I think what we end up being guilty of doing all the time is conflating the issues. And conflating, when I say we conflating the issues, okay, Starbucks is going to fire this woman, or they're going to remove this woman. Okay.
Damn, TJ, you clear shit now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but goddamn, what you do? Change internet connection?
That's your piece of shit.
It is. It's you.
You're the connector.
Starbucks is going to get rid of this woman. Starbucks is going to have this training, but it's still not going to address the issue. It's going to address the issue with Starbucks, but it's not going to address the issue with the police. And what we have done, we're posting up outside Starbucks, and then Starbucks is going to fire this woman, and Starbucks is going to give us all kind of promises and everything. And then does that end what's going on with the police? No.
Can I just say one thing? I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean disrespect. I don't like people cutting me off, so I apologize. But I just need to say this one thing. We have to find out who. That's the thing about politics and a lot of white folks and white people doing white people shit. They know who is affecting what. We have to be on that level. We have to understand the different entities and businesses and organizations that fund the police and that fund different things that are not in our best interest. We have to go after the people that we blindly support without even realizing we support them, that are helping the police be the assholes that they are out here. That's literally, like, in my mind, that's what we have to do. It is relative. Like Starbucks, I agree with you. I think Starbucks is too small of a business on a large scale of trying to affect something in our lifetime to go after them or choose them to be like I said, I think larger entities, huge billion upon billion dollar industries that haven't been in our best interest. It's like when we truly stop the larger people from benefiting from us as consumers, then we develop a platform to say, okay, so what's the problem? Why y'all not, like, what's the problem? You know, somebody wants to listen to you, you stop. That's pretty much what happened with the Montgomery bus boycott. It's like it wasn't ringing a bell until that money, that black dollar, stopped being, because we make up $1.4 trillion $1.3 trillion in spending power. That is an insane amount of money for us to be disrespected in this country. We have to tap into that. So Starbucks, I agree with you. It is like, it's almost like exercise. Like if we could actually like effectively take one company and truly make a dent, then maybe it'll help us build on that. I look at it that way, like it's exercise, not necessarily like it's representative of us actually having some type of solution.
I don't mean to cut in on this, but we're going to take it to a lighter note now. Bryan, no, you fine. Bryan, sir, y'all have anything to say on this, on the Starbucks thing? Anything else?
I'll say this. I kind of agree what TJ has been saying. The narrative has changed. Pretty much, I would say that who controls that narrative has been the media, and it's been kind of unfortunate that it's one thing to say it started off being a Starbucks manager called the police, and then it just stuck on that. And I feel like, you know, none of all these crazy pundits been saying, hey, you know, what about the police? Except maybe one or two, you know, to say that, you know, pretty much having an instant arrest made no sense. Instead of having a conversation, was kind of missed, because normally something like that, they wouldn't be that extreme unless they became volatile or whatever. You know, just to go in and then ask a few questions to the point where you pull out your handcuffs, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I feel it's like, again, it is, you know, the media is supposed to be, how do you interpret? I wouldn't say the conduit of trying to, between the people and the situation that is being seen in front of your television screen. But somehow they spin it in a way to where they try to make, you know, it's a good and a bad thing. And the thing is like, okay, can you read between the lines? And I agree with TJ. He read between the lines. It's like, how did the police react? Why are they reacting in this form or manner? And especially when you bring in 5 or 6 cops you know, in that scenario, you could have just brought in two, ask a few questions. If there's nothing on there, they would have went home. It made no sense to be escalated in that form and fashion.
I want to say on this, and then we'll close it. Sarah, did you have anything you want to say? I'm sorry.
One last thing. I'm sorry. What is the lady's name? What is your name?
La Doodlebug.
Diddlebug?
La Doodlebug.
La Doodlebug. Sorry. Excuse me. Thank you. La Doodlebug.
That's cool.
You brought up a really good point. I did read that we have $1.3 million, trillion dollar power. I mean, we could take out companies, and I think people forget how much power our money has. And so, especially as Black culture, I think that's really important to bring up and, you know, reiterate to people, like, we could take out whoever the fuck we want. So I think that's powerful.
I agree, and like I said, I agree with TJ, but I agree with La Doodlebug too. For years, I think the best thing to do is hit him in the pockets.
Right.
That's what everybody else does.
We can go around.
Everybody else has money circulating in their communities.
Yeah, you can go around march and get on TV, and Al Sharpton gonna bring his ass down there like he always do. But in their pockets, what you say don't matter. And then what happens is we come back to our own communities. We stand together so much when it comes to little things like this, and then we go back to our own community and we kill each other. How can anybody take it serious? Please. Anyway, I wanted to ask something.
Here we
go. Bryan, you single?
Yeah.
Sarah, you single?
Yes. Why? Are you single? Are you single, Trump? You want to buy me dinner?
I know you, so I'll buy you dinner because I know you cool. So I'll buy you dinner. So when of y'all two won't get married?
No, no. Bryan's my good friend.
Oh, so you doing Bryan like old girl did Trump?
I took care of Bryan for his birthday.
No pun intended.
I took care of Bryan's dinner.
See, she took care of Bryan's dinner.
So what that tells me is that you ain't never gonna get none because she paid for dinner. She don't want you to be able to expect shit for what you do.
Now, let's put it
back to that point.
Okay, let's put in this aspect because I've been hearing this ever since Sarah and I have been friends.
Because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut into a lot of Sarah. You have a lot of male people who admire you and want to, you know, take you here and be with you, et cetera, et cetera. But to me, this is just to me, and I'm not pressuring anybody, but I'm going to give my opinion. You two make a good couple. Just the interaction that I've seen all through the years, and the you know the it's just, you know,
stop beating around the bush. Look, that man that came all the way from the East Coast to Portland. He want the draws. Now, he's Mr. Nice Guy, but the fact of the matter is he got his ass on a plane and went to goddamn white ass Portland the way you at. So let's not sit here and act, bro. Just turn to your left and be like, "Look, I want."
I gotta agree. I gotta agree. I'm sorry. I gotta agree with that.
Now, see, if you was ugly about 400 pounds, I could believe that this shit was just be platonic on his end. But I'm looking and I'm texting Trump right now, like, are they together? Because she kind of cute. Because ain't no way I'm getting on no motherfucking plane and flying all the way to white ass Portland to be with my friend. That's bullshit. Now I know what your intentions are. He just
Bryan's here. He's buying shit for girls and for women, and he doesn't get nothing out of it.
I can see why Bryan and Trump are friends.
This was fun. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This the thoughts and the opinions of TJ, the Chicago kid, the Milwaukee kid, or whatever his name is today, his alone. But I know
He done spit some bars though. Like I can't.
Some bars and some truth. Let me tell y'all something about me. Y'all. He got this whole. Let me clear my name before I get. Because I've been defamed tonight. I feel like a lawsuit should be coming against this nigga. But I'm sorry, against this dude. I didn't mean to say word nigga. I want to stop. But Trump. Let me tell you something about me. I'm aggressive. If I want it, I'm gonna take it unless I get slapped. Bottom line.
Hey, don't repeat that line again, you schmuck. Like, oh my God.
What happened? What I do?
You had a Me Too movement coming to you. You don't even know where it came from. They just appeared out of nowhere.
Man, you know what? Fuck that Me Too movement.
Oh my God.
I'll take that Me Too movement and shove it up your ass. It's the phoniest movement ever in life.
I think black colors better you.
It's the phoniest movement in life.
Because it is. It's a hypocritical movement.
There's women predators and there's male predators, but that doesn't mean there are male prey and female prey.
Do you see a man too movement going on out here?
What are you talking
about? Y'all already got it.
Men
have the upper
movement than women.
We need a man too movement for all these predatory bitches out here who make men think that they're gonna give them some pussy in order to get a goddamn meal or for them to fly across the country to hang out with them.
This was
Man too.
like a terrible combination of
Man, let me just say this, man. You know what? Fuck it. I ain't even going in. Headache already, and I don't have time for that shit. Real quick, if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, right down here somewhere, hit subscribe and enjoy yourself here on Rip Radio YouTube Black. Anyway, I think y'all two will make a fabulous couple. That's just my opinion.
Enough. It's his last day. Just let him go home in peace.
Some of the best relationships.
At the end of the night, I don't quit trying to put this nigga off on me. I ain't got no. That's what that means. Watch when we get off. He gonna look at her like, so you know, like you're all right. Since I'm out here, right? He gonna try, but nigga, you done been out there too long.
I've been out here for what? Almost 4 days.
You've been out there
just hanging out. Yeah, 4 days.
I thought you just got out there today.
No.
He's about to leave.
Yeah, I'll be going to California tomorrow.
Oh shit!
I hope you got something lined up in California.
Naomi?
Because I go low for 4 days.
I don't have her number. You do.
I don't have Naomi's number. I got an email.
No, then we'll see.
I mean,
I'll take Naomi out to dinner.
You take Naomi?
Well, aren't you going to?
Me and Naomi, we'll go to PF Chang's.
PF Chang's?
Yeah, PF Chang's.
Okay.
Ruby Steakhouse. What's the name of that shit?
Ruth's Steakhouse. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
That's how much I've never been there.
You could take a porn star. You could take a porn star out to dinner and not expect nothing and want nothing.
Fuck no! What? No, sir. Hold on. You've had sex with the porn stars.
Hey man, why you putting my business all out?
You put it out there last week.
I'm Christian. I don't need all of that bad juice.
Let me get over here before the mechanics break down from lightning strike and all this other shit. So, sir, I do want to ask you this: from your time out here in DC and DMV, what was one thing that sticks with you, good or bad, from when you were out here?
Just the way people treat each other, for real. Like, as Bryan noticed, like people out here will open the door for you. People say, excuse me, thank you, bless you from across the train. It's just like the way people treat each other. It's just so much different in DC. Like damn near had people like spit on me just from not even looking the other way, and just people just pushing me out of the way and just no respect for each other. So that's one huge thing that just changed my whole mood when I lived there. It's just the way people treat each other.
I agree. And I've been out here all my life, and you are 100% correct. People out here are mean as shit. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the environment, where we are or what, but I've been to other areas. I haven't been to a lot, but I've been down south. I've been up north, and it's just different. And I'm not trying to say we're the worst, because people in New York do the shit too.
Mm.
No, can I say something about that? New York, they're personable too. They're just harsher. Like their exterior is harsher. Because I've had some really great conversations with some old ladies and their escapades. It was such an entertaining conversation, but they were sweetest old ladies. It's just that some of the, they're gonna say fuck a lot. They're gonna curse and stuff like that. It comes across a little harsher and grittier. But there's a lot of personable people up there and stuff like. I mean, I always frequent New York, and I completely agree with you on the. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, I agree with you about the difference in climate in terms of the way people just talk to each other. I remember going down south and I was hanging out in Atlanta for it was probably like second, third time I had been there. And this lady that looked like close in age to me, we looked very close in age or whatever. And she was like, "Hi, how you doing?" And just the way she like greeted me out of nowhere, and it was just like, well, hey, how the heck are you? Oh, okay. She smoked, okay. I see how y'all do out here. Like just the courtesy level and just stuff like that. It's like very refreshing to go to other areas. But it is kind of depressing to know that, because I know I'm from Virginia, Alexandria, like close to DC. And yeah.
Hey, Doodlebug, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Behind you is a bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's in your bed right now?
My boyfriend.
Okay, I didn't know. I just saw the big. I know you had some pillows under the.
Oh, these are pillows.
Oh, those are pillows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know. I saw
just pointing out the bootleg structure of this whole
situation. I saw pillows, and then I saw a bandana. It looked like, and I thought my man was just knocked out. He's like, man.
Know what I thought you was about to say?
It reminded me of that scene in Friday when the old girl answered the phone talking about, and I heard you was in a hospital. And the nigga was in the bed behind. It took me to watch Friday like 10 times before I realized she talking shit to Craig, but it's a nigga bed in the bed behind her fucking Dickie. So, yeah.
You know what I thought you was about to ask me?
What?
I thought you was about to ask me about the snoring, because that is definitely happening back here, and I didn't know if the audio was picking up. And I was thinking to myself, like, should I just kind of tap him on his nose and or put a little tissue or something up under?
But that is him with the bandana on.
Bandana.
No, I'm trying to like peek in there and take a look and see what's going on.
Like Jesus, and like I said, I was gonna try to make sure my background was straight or whatever, but like I said, I got a little comfortable,
Trump's nosy ass.
You're good. You're good. We just if you have some in the background, we gonna talk about it. We do that every week.
That's why I made my shit was white, because I know you.
Oh, wow. Be like, hold on. If you had a bed all messed up in the background,
you forever.
I'd have been like, okay, so that's why y'all came on late. Hey,
we gotta straighten up.
I'm fucking fine. Shit.
Well, look, y'all. First of all, next episode 4, we have Melissa Brim, and she is the baby mama of Floyd Mayweather.
I'm gonna get
the bag. She's secured.
She will be on. She's gonna be on. Plus, her alter ego, Mama Brim, is gonna make an appearance.
Oh, okay.
What's the alter ego?
Huh?
What's the alter ego?
Mama Brim.
Mama Brim. Okay.
And TJ said he's gonna shoot his shot.
Really?
Get it?
Goddamn right. And I'm not gonna have to fly out to Vegas to do it.
I'm holding you to that.
One time at least.
Watch me. Now I might have to smoke for this one, because I had to get real work. But yeah, I'm gonna my shot.
Okay.
Right.
I heard that. Melissa will be with us on the next episode, and TJ's gonna shoot his shot, and I'm gonna put that in the description of this show for next week.
This will be interesting.
Hey man,
y'all don't want to miss it.
Nah, you're not at all.
I'm gonna have to teach you young bucks how to get straight to the motherfucking point, so you don't waste your time or your money. Because I see right now, Trump done already wasted his money and his time with that little gal who ate him out of house and home, and Brian sitting out there in motherfucking cold ass Portland to somebody who can't wait for him to leave so the nigga she really like can come over.
Really? Okay.
She's been out there 4 days, man. So obviously she ain't rushing them to go home.
Look at her face.
Oh, man, trust me. Look, guys and girls can't be just friends. There's nothing wrong with that.
I've learned that the hard way. I'm like, we can be friends, but
that ain't what you want.
At a point.
Bryan, let's just get this shit clear, because you're not gonna bullshit me while I'm here. You don't find her attractive.
I do. She's a very attractive
lady. Okay, there's two things. That's the second question I'm about to ask you. Now that we've established that you find her attractive, are you attracted to her?
As of now, no.
Get your lying ass the fuck off here.
There was shade in that. Hold on, can we be clear about a situation? That was shade.
You see,
that was shade right there. He's like,
same face.
Oh,
it's a simple question. Are you I said
her face. If her body is straight, use a motherfucking lie.
The heartstrings.
Hi.
It's going right in front of us, man. I tried to help you, bro. You could have shot
the
right
thoughts and the opinions of TJ, the Chicago kid, the misunderstood genius, or whatever his name is this week, are his thoughts. Anyway, before we go, I want to shout out Sarah. Sarah, tell everybody what you got going on, and what's coming up for you. Any parties, like people coming out to Portland. How can they get in contact with you and all that stuff?
Yeah, so I do overnights and weekends at We96.3. You can always listen online at We96.3pdx.com from 12 to 6 a.m. Pacific time. Plus, I got a podcast. I did an episode with Bryan coming up. And then I'm always interviewing like local talent plus comedians and celebrities that come into town. So that's always a lot of fun. Yeah. You can always check that out again on the website, We96.3pdx.com.
Yeah. She does really good. She's a good interviewer. She interviewed Miguel's wife, girlfriend, what do you want to call her?
A wag.
A wag. And some very interesting talent out here. That's the one thing a lot of people that I've noticed here. There's some really good talent out here in Portland, and they need a person like Sarah to tap into that and expose that. So listen up, people. Portland, it's a new happening place for the entertainment world.
I wouldn't even known about the station if it wasn't for Sarah. So they got a listener because of you, and it's me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bryan, what's going on, man? So you in Portland now. When you flying back to the East Coast?
I'll be back in Maryland this Saturday, so I'll try to get some California sun.
Good, get some for the both of us.
Yes, yeah, the Portland rain covers a lot. So, but yeah.
Temperature. What's the temperature?
In Cali?
Temperature here has been mostly like high 40s and 50s. Cali, I'll be sort of like in a city in between LA and San Diego.
Any people you meeting with?
I have a friend out there, so we'll be meeting up.
Another lady friend.
Yes, another lady friend.
This trip wasn't wasted. He's got another shot.
Are you going to California to get some draws?
Well, I bought some draws, for myself.
See, he don't want to stand in front of her because he don't want to seem like a savage. But you're going to get some pussy once you get to California.
There's a lot of political correctness going on in these streets, but I'm for it.
I'm sorry.
I'm here for. I'm sorry.
Okay, so. La Doodlebug, what you got going on? I tell everybody about your show.
My show is called The World Sucks, But I Love It. Currently, it's not really being run as a podcast. It's more video clips that I'm releasing right now on Instagram. Just talking about whatever the hell I feel like talking about, honestly. But I'm pretty woke in these streets. I think I'm kind of woke. I'm sort of, I'm a little tired every once in a while, and I be talking about stupid stuff. But, for the most part, I be trying to talk about us coming together as a people.
What happened to the show?
I'm sorry?
What happened to Wendy C show?
Oh, Wendy C? I'm not with Wendy C. That was more of a location situation that I thought was gonna work out, but
Well, they suck anyway.
It wasn't a good fit. It just wasn't a good fit.
Hey, we're in Temple Hills now, so you can always feel free to come with us.
Hey, well, I mean, I've been rocking with you. Y'all don't be returning phone calls.
What? I don't get no phone calls.
Yeah.
That's another thing women mostly don't do. That's the problem, Trump. They don't call you back.
They don't call me back. They just throw me away. They just get a dinner and throw me away.
That is so not true. That is so not true. I done brought you people, Trump.
I know. I mess with you. All right, TJ, the Chicago kid, Minneapolis kid, the DC kid. What's going on, man? I know your show's coming back on the network. TJ is a man who cannot keep a co-host. All the women quit. He reminds me of Ty said, none of the women stay on his show. But he's a better version of Ty said. TJ.
So funny. That is so funny.
He's like the good luck Chuck of radio.
No, that's not it. It's
the Black Howard Stone.
I don't have a pandering bone in my body. So when I'm not trying to have sex with you, I tend to say whatever the fuck it is that comes to my mind, and I have some very twisted shit that I think about, and some people can't handle that. So no, I can't.
Basically, we useless if you don't want to fuck.
No, I wouldn't necessarily. No.
Say what you say.
What I said was, if I'm not trying to fuck you, I have no reason to pander to you.
But why would you pander anyway?
Because most men are trying, like Bryan right now, he's pandering out in Portland because he's trying to get some hoe pussy. And he's not gonna get no hoe pussy, but he ain't no pussy on the East Coast. So if he fly out to fucking Portland, maybe he hope that you might get drunk, your batteries in your bullet might not be working that particular evening, and he walking around, you might put him to use.
And you might need a massage or something.
You might need a massage or something where he start massaging your butt and see how far he can go. But I just don't like to pander because it takes too much effort and it's too much stress. And if I'm not trying to have sex with you like any other man, if a man is not pandering to you, he don't want to have sex with you. So,
but a lot of y'all, I think some of these younger dudes, I don't think they do all that. I think a lot of them, I think there's a lot of, like, if they actually can see the relationship going somewhere, I can see the pandering. But it's hard to see the pandering and a dude that's just straight up like, look, I'm trying to smash, what's good? Or like, it's just no cut cards. Like, you literally just everything in your physique is coming across like, I'm trying, what's good? Like you're already, you pretty much at second base before you even hit her house.
Definitely can't say it at work. Your ass gets sent to HR.
I ain't talking about work because that's what I'm saying. It's like there's already a developed connection there and stuff like that. I just feel like there's a lot of people who are just, walk into that and pretty much just it ain't really no pleasantries beforehand. It's like, I'm not saying that you just jump right into sex, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like there's a lot of people who just get it's like straight to the chase. There really is no mistaking the connection that they want.
Well, a lot of times most dudes know that at a split second, something they can say can fuck up the pussy for them possibly in the future. So they don't say necessarily what might harm their chances of getting something. But if I don't see myself ever wanting to sleep with you, then I'm liable to say anything out my mouth because I don't care.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, about a couple seconds.
Like, what about the chicks that you know that you can get laid by? You know what I'm saying? Them type of chicks, because I've been having a problem for the last 3 years just focusing on these chicks that have absolutely no standards whatsoever being available. Like, a lot of the times women think that it's some like glamorous model, just perfect Adonis of a woman that's basically like a dude is like messing around with all the time. And a lot of the times it's some little Gertrude Turtle like substance that has slobbed him down that he knows is on speed dial. So all else fall through and he's bored. She right there with her vacuum lips.
I tell you what, that's exactly what it is. Because maybe when you go down, you just go down. Maybe she makes an event out of this shit when she goes down, and you don't.
Look,
There you go.
that kind of goes without saying. If I look like goddamn Cyclops, then obviously my application and my interview needs to be a little better. You know, like so I can understand where it's like there's some of these chicks that just understand the hierarchy of ugliness that they fall in.
But that's up to y'all. If you know,
yeah, but I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be real about a situation.
If you know,
like,
a person is messing with a cyborg, and you continue to mess with the person that's messing with the cyborg, tough shit. That's what I'm saying. Either step your game up or lead a mofo. That goes for males and females.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
I want to hear what I want to. Can you give me your thoughts on that? I need the thoughts on the UGG mug on speed dial.
We got to go, y'all. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to episode 3. Hit the like button if you like this episode below. Hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned. Next episode we have Melissa Brim, and TJ said he's gonna shoot his shot, and I'm gonna hold him to that shit. So thanks to everybody. So long.